Hello everyone. So in this video, I'm going to tell you, or I'm going to show you how to create EC2 instance from terminal. All right. So without further ado, let's start. AWS followed by EC2. Then I will type run instances, and then I have to specify the AMI ID which will be associated with this instance, right? The question is, from where can I get the AMI ID? To do that, what I will do, I will go back to the browser, and from the browser, make sure you are in EC2 dashboard, and here somewhere you can see there's something called AMI catalog. So I will press AMI catalog, and then you will be redirected to the catalog pages. From here, you can find your relevant AMI. All right. So in this case, I will install Ubuntu on the machine. So I will search Ubuntu AMI. You can see there are many Ubuntu AMI that we can use. For this demo, I will use the first one. So I will copy the AMI ID, and then I will go back to my terminal and I will paste it here. All right, so I have just specified what AMI ID I need for creating this instance. All right, then optionally, I can specify how many instances I want to be created. By default, if we don't specify this count parameter, it will be 1. But if we want, we can install more than one EC2 instance at the same time. So for example, in this case, I want, let's say, 2 instances to be created. All right. Then what I want to specify what instance type I want to use for this instance. So I would type instance type, which will be T2 micro in this case. And then I can specify the key pair associated with this instance, which will be my Linux box that I have created already. All right, so I can also specify the security groups for this instance. I can specify more than one security groups if we want. And to get the security group IDs, I will go back to my browser, and then I will be in EC2 dashboard, and in somewhere I can see security groups. And in security groups, I can see right now I have 2 security groups created. As I said before, we can assign more than one security groups to the instance. But for now, I will just choose one. So I will copy the security group ID that I want for my instance, and then I will paste it here. All right. And then I also need to specify the subnet ID where we will deploy our instances. So I will specify the subnet ID, and again, I will go back to my browser, and I will go back to VPC service, and you will be redirected to VPC dashboard shortly. And then from left navigation bar, you can choose subnets. So these are the subnets that have already been created. This all belong to default VPC, and in default VPC, all of the subnets are public subnets. I can choose any of them for now. So I will choose the first one. I copy the subnet ID and I will paste it here. I will type. As soon as I press enter, I can see a response has been returned. That means the instance might have been created successfully. So that's how we can create instance from terminal as well. You might think initially that, well, I can use graphical user interface to create instance. It sounds better for me. But the problem is, let's say you create an instance now, but you want to replicate the same instance again. So you have forgotten what are the configurations you have whenever you create the first instance. So whenever you try to create another replica of that instance, it might be difficult for you to replicate everything, because we are human, we can make mistakes. If I try to create the instance from user interface, we might make mistakes. So the better option is using CLI, right? To avoid any kind of unnecessary repetitive work. So that's all I want to show you for today. Thank you.